Hey guys, this is Subhashish Mishra, your test coach. Today we'll learn how to create a complex request body or payload using POJO classes. Earlier, I have created a video on how to create POJO class. It is present in our API automation playlist. If you have not watched it, you can first watch that video. I'll provide the video link in this video description. One of our subscriber has asked this question, how to create POJO classes for a nested JSON where JSON contains multiple arrays inside it. So here is an example of JSON for which we'll generate using POJO classes. So our subscriber asked this question, he have given this particular JSON for which he wants to generate the payload. So I'm creating the video in that purpose. So let's see how we can generate this payload through POJO classes. So first thing we need to understand is what is POJO. POJO in Java stands for plain old Java object, and they are used for increasing the readability and reusability of a program. They are normal Java objects. In simpler way, POJO is defined as a pure data structure containing the getter and setter fields. It has the ability to override certain methods from object or an interface such as serializable. So POJO classes are extensively used for creating JSON and XML payloads for API. Creating POJO classes are simple if we identify what are classes we need to create correctly. A final POJO class for a JSON payload is created by combining multiple blocks. So let's identify different objects or POJO. So this is our JSON. So here we need to identify different objects. So there is no need to create a POJO for a one-to-one fields. We can include them in a final POJO class. So in this example, you can see instructor, URL, services, expertise, and this LinkedIn. So these are the one-to-one mapped fields. So we don't have to create POJO class for one-to-one fields. Now focus on field courses for which we'll create a POJO class. Also, we have array of web automation, array of API automation, and array of mobile automation. We can create multiple classes for this, or you can create an inner class or nested class. So there is no hard and fast rule whether you are going to create different classes or you can create simple nested class also. So you can see the complexity and you can take your decision on that. So here in our example, I will show you with inner class. We'll create inner class for web automation, API automation, and mobile automation. So let's see how we are going to do this. So let's see how we can do this. Let's go to our Eclipse. So let me create a new class and we'll name it as, for example, service details POJO. Okay. So here first we can see the one-to-one fields, right? Instructor, URL, services. So what we will do, we will create private variables for those. Private, this is a string, then instructor. Similarly, what you can do, I'll just do copy paste. So we have URL, I'll put URL, then we have services. So all these fields are string. So I have taken a string. Then we have expertise. Then we have courses. Then we have LinkedIn. So LinkedIn I'm putting as string. Then we have courses, right? So this is not a string type, right? So this will be creating a separate class for this, right? That's what I have told, right? So what we'll do, we'll create a class for this. So we need to create a class. So if you click here, right, it is telling create class courses. So let's create that. Okay. So we have created a separate class. Okay. Fine. Now what we'll do, we'll create getter and setter methods. We'll go inside this. So if you will see here, right, in the courses class, we'll define all these details. So for now, just park this, and now let's understand only these fields: instructor, URL, services, expertise, courses, and LinkedIn. Okay, so I'm not going here. Let me explain here first. Now we'll create getter and setter methods. So since we have created all variables as private, then there should be a way to manipulate or retrieve the data. So we need to add getter and setter methods for each variables. It is not mandatory to have getter and setter for all, and depends upon your need. But as of now, let's add getter and setter method for all in the same class. So a getter method is used to get value of a variable, and a setter method is used to set value of a variable from outside. So there is a easiest way how you can put getter and setter methods. Just right click here, and you can go to source, and here you can see generate getter and setters. Click on this. So here you can see all the variables for which you want to generate getter and setter. Just we'll click on all. Okay, and what we will do, generate. Okay, so now we can see all the getter and setter methods are generated for all these fields. Okay, fine, save it. Now what we'll do, we'll move to the courses class. So here we have the courses class. So here what we need to do, let's go to our JSON. So here what we are saying, these are again some array, right? Web automation, API automation, because inside web automation here you can see course title is Selenium. So this is one part. Again, this is also one part. Similarly, here you can see Selenium and Protractor as a web UI automation. Again, in API automation, you can see RestAssured and SOAP. Similarly, in mobile automation, there is APM. So these are the arrays, right? So what we can do, we can declare a list. So let's do something like this: private list. Then what we will do here, we see web automation, right? Let's put web automation. Okay, fine. Import Java util, and we need to create a class for this, right? So we'll do that. First, let's add another two things. So another two things are API automation, as it is a class, I'm making it capital, and we have mobile automation, and this is a variable, that's why it is in small. Okay, now what we will do, we'll create a inner class. So that is what I was telling. You can create a separate class also, you can create a inner class. It's up to you how you want to do it. Okay, so first what we will do, we'll write public static class okay. So I created a class inside the courses. So here you can see, right, as it is web automation is inside courses, so we created a class inside that. Even you can create in a different class and you can call it. I don't want to make it again more complicated, more classes I don't want to manage, so I'm doing it inside that. Similarly, what you can do, let me copy this, paste it here, and in place of web automation you can put API automation, and here you can put mobile automation. Okay, Fine. So now what we can do is we'll see what is the variables inside this. Again, these are the one-to-one fields, right? So course title and price. So this is string and this is integer, or you can put as double also. So what you can do now, here inside web automation, what you will do, private string, and what will tell that, course title. Okay, then we'll tell integer price. Can make it also private. Okay, same thing you can do for API automation and mobile automation. Okay, now the way we did, right, we generated getter and setter for all these things. Same thing we need to do for course class, web automation class, API automation class, mobile automation class, right? So first let's do for the web automation, or we can do for courses first. So just make sure you are clicking here, so it will be present here. Right click, then source, generate getter and setter. So it is telling you are generating for API automation, mobile automation, web automation. Generate. So here we can see we got the getter and setter methods. Similarly, for web automation, we will also generate getter and setter. Go to source, generate getter and setter, course title, price, generate. Similarly, inside API automation also will do source, generate getter and setters. Okay. Inside mobile automation also we need to do same, source, generate getter and setters. Okay. So now most of our jobs are done. Now what we'll do, we'll create a new class. So let me go to the package and create a new class, and we'll name it as, for example, complex JSON. Okay, I'll declare the main method here, because inside that we'll execute. Okay, so what we are going to do here, first thing, we'll create a object. Object of what? Object of this class. This is the main class, right? So let's copy this and create an object for that. So service details POJO, for example, SP equal to new. So this is the way you need to create the object. So we created the object. Now what do we want? We will assign these values. What is the value for instructor, URL? So how you will do that? You have generated the getter and setter method, right? Let's use that. So sp dot set, you can see set instructor. Now here you assign whatever value you want. For example, I want to give here Subhashish. Okay. Similarly, what you can do, sp dot set URL. Okay. So here we'll give our channel name, software testing and automation.com. Okay. Similarly, what will give, sp dot, what is there, services, right? sp dot set services. So we'll give software testing. Similarly, we can give sp dot expertise set expertise. We'll give testing. Okay. Then what we have, courses, right? So what we'll do, sp dot set courses. So here you are seeing some issue, right? Okay, let it be. Now let's go and finish this LinkedIn also. This is a string, right? Straightforward. sp dot set LinkedIn. Okay, so here what will keep some LinkedIn ID. Okay, let's put that. Why we are seeing error here? Because we have to give the proper type, right? So these are the string, we are giving the string value. So here we are not giving the proper object. We have not created the course class object here. So first we have to create a course class object. So how you will do that? You have a course class, right? So let's create an object of that. So create it on top of this. Okay, courses, course equal to new. Okay, courses equal to new courses. Okay, see, and see, this object you are passing it here. Okay, that's where your error went, right? Now what you need to do, for this object you need to assign the values. How you will do that? Take the object dot set, here you can see web automation, right? Give web automation, and again you are seeing some error here because the value we are going to pass similar way how we have set up values here, right? For object we created the object, similarly we have to create. So we'll create that. Let's wait. First we'll add all these things. Courses dot set API automation. Here also same thing we have to do. Courses dot set mobile automation. Okay, so now what we will do, you are seeing we have to create these objects. Now we'll create object for all these fields. If we go to our JSON, right, here you can see it is a array, right? Multiple values we have. Same thing we are passing here, course title, price, again course title, price, right? And if we'll go to our courses class also, here we have given list of web automation. So let's take this and create an object for that. So what we'll do now, list of web automation, and for example give the name as waves equal to new, take as array list. Okay, and here we'll give web automation. Okay, now we have to import this, right? We have imported this one. Now we have to create an object of this. So how will create an object of this? First it is inside the courses class, right? So you can take this courses dot web automation. Okay, now we are going to do for this Selenium, right? So I'll take it as Selenium equal to new. If you're using inner class, you can use something like this. If you're using a separate class, you can directly create the object. Okay, now what we need to do, Selenium or cell dot set of, we have two fields here, right? One is course title, so here it is Selenium, it is a string. Similarly we have Selenium dot set price, right? So price is, for example, what is there, 4000. Okay, so we have created for this field, right? Now we have to create for this field also. So what we can do, you just copy this, same thing you need to do, right? Copy it, and here you give, for example, protractor, it is pro, and here I'm copying these fields, protractor, and for example the price is 5000 here. Okay, do not forget to put it here because this is the object. Okay, so we have created objects for Selenium and protractor, but you have to remember we have to add this to the array list, right? So what we will do here, waves dot add, okay, what we'll add here? Selenium. Okay, similarly you have to add for protractor. Okay, so now it is, you are done with this much. Okay, now we have to do for API automation. Again, it is pretty simple. I'll just do copy paste. Okay, before copy pasting, I'll just tell this website, it will be, you have to add it here, set dot web automation. Here you can add it, webs. Okay, so let me copy paste now this field, and here what I'll give, it is APIs, right? So let me give APIs, and in place of web automation, what we should give? We should give API automation, right? Because this is API automation, this is different. So make sure you are giving API automation. Here also you are giving API automation, and you import that. See, we have imported that. Okay, similarly you have to create object of API automation. So make sure courses dot API automation. Here also I'm giving the same, and now we'll change the object name. So first thing what we want to do here, we want to do for RestAssured. So let me give as rest, and then rest dot set course title. For example, this is RestAssured, so I'll put RestAssured. Similarly, rest dot set price is 5000. I'll put 5000. Okay, similarly let me copy this and put it here, and in place of rest I'll put soap. Here what we'll do, soap API automation, right? Let's copy this. Okay, and here the price also will change to 3000, and we'll change the object name. This is very important, do not miss it. Okay, now finally what we need to do, we need to add it to the, here how we have added, right? So APIs dot add what, rest, and here it is soap. Okay, similarly you can do same thing for this one, mobile automation. So it is APM. So what we will do, I will take this mobile automation thing and list of mobile automation. For example, this is move equal to, and now you need to import this, import it, and finally create a object for mobile automation class. And here we are creating for what, APM. So for example, if I give APM equal to this, now we have the value is APM, and so the value is APM here, and price is 5000. We need to copy this. We don't have second field, so I'm removing this because we have only one field here, right? So don't need two things, just copy this, mobile dot add app, this is for APM, right? So now what we need to add here for API automation, we need to add APIs, because that is the object, that is the object. Similarly for mobile, MOB is the object, so here we'll add MOB. Okay, now we are almost done with the object creation. So why I showed you from starting with this, because we have created the service details POJO class here. So first we have taken, we have given all these values. Then what we did for courses, we took the courses, and for the courses again we created a object for courses, and same object value we passed it here. And in this courses class, again we used waves, APIs, and mobile. And for waves, we created a different object. Here you can see different object for waves, and similarly for APIs, and similarly for mobile. Okay, so now our this one is ready. Now we need to just use the RestAssured thing. So I'll just copy from some of my other project. So let me take it from, okay, so these things you have already started in our previous classes, so I'm not repeating that. I'll just copy paste it. Okay, but what we'll do, in place of body, I'll just put SP. Okay, copy it, put it here, because this is the final object which we are passing as a body. Okay, so let's execute and see. Run as Java application. So here we got the body. So you can see we have done logs.all, which will add both body and response. So here this was our thing, instructor URL services expertise, instructor URL services expertise. Then inside courses, where we have web automation, course title price. Then we have API automation, course title price. Similarly, we have mobile automation. Here we have mobile automation, course title and price. Then we have last release LinkedIn. So we have here also LinkedIn ID. So whatever we are passing. So whatever we are looking for, right? So this is a complex JSON which we wanted to pass. So we have created that payload using POJO classes. So that's how you can use POJO classes to create any kind of payload. Thank you. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. I'll try to explain it. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel.